I dream, I saw, I grasp, God's message. Hi everyone, welcome back to Practical Mystic. My name is Maria, the Ancient Seer. This time, I want to share to you my dream. The dream is about the rusty GI sheet. Okay? It was night and the room is dark because the light bulb consists of 8 watts only. So it's a little bit dim. Okay? And it is a room that has plenty of people could occupy. And there was one captain who told us to clean our respective bedrooms, and I was one of the recipient of the instruction given by the team captain. And I saw our rooms full of dusts. We cleaned. We used broomsticks and the dustpan. I saw someone who is about to throw the rusty galvanized iron sheet during the time that we are cleaning. And I immediately chased the person who is about to throw away the galvanized iron sheet. And I asked her permission to use that rusty galvanized iron sheet for covering my deck. And since it is no longer useful to her, we agreed that I'm going to use that galvanized iron sheet. We agreed since it is no longer useful to her. So I carried it, and I'm happy to receive agreement from that woman regarding the rusty galvanized iron sheet. And afterwards, I am looking for a hammer and nails to attach the rusty galvanized iron sheet to my deck. Okay? And so I searched for the things that I've seen from my dream vividly. Okay? So here are the interpretations. Regarding the dusty bedroom, the bedroom represents your inner life. Okay? I hope that this will resonate to everybody. Now, the bedroom often symbolizes your private life, since the bed is a personal space. So, it symbolizes your own thoughts, your own emotions, and your spiritual condition, because it is your personal space. Now, the dust may represent the things that have been neglected for a while. What is it? Okay, so contemplate on that. The dust may represent old memories or emotional burdens. Okay, so you have emotional burdens. Pay attention to that. The dust also symbolizes your habits or attitudes that need attention. Okay? What is that habit that you still possess that needs your attention? And try to evaluate, should you change it or should you continue doing it? Okay? And the dust may also signify a need for renewal and fresh perspective. Okay? Because it is dusty, so it is calling for our attention to renew and make it fresh. Or it may just symbolize a need for renewal and fresh perspective. Okay. The fact that everyone was asked to clean their own room, it suggests personal responsibility rather than someone else fixing their inner life. Each person is called to tend to their own. Okay. And we have here the rusty galvanized iron sheets or GI sheet. Actually, it has to be corrugated galvanized iron sheets. But most people try to shorten it as GI sheets. Okay, the rusty GI sheet is designed GI sheets in general. A GI sheet is designed to protect a structure from the weather. So symbolically, it can represent protection. It may also represent boundaries, or it represents shelter. Okay? And the fact that the GI sheet is rusty, the rusty there, that may indicate something is old, warm, and imperfect. So, being thrown away regarding the rusty GI sheet may suggest that another person no longer saw value in it, but it is useful to you. Okay, meaning what is useless to others may become useful to you. Okay, so pay attention to that. And the GI sheet being useful to you may suggest that what seems insignificant or discarded can still serve a meaningful purpose in your life. Okay? Although I was the participant in that dream, but I am addressing this to you because this dream is not for me, this is for you, and I hope it really resonates to you. Okay? So, spiritually, this could symbolize God or life using what appears broken or forgotten for a new purpose. Spiritually, this could symbolize God or life using what appears broken or forgotten for a new purpose. An important resource can still become part of something worthwhile. Okay. And we have here covering your deck. Okay. Each of us were called to clean our respective rooms, so including our deck. Okay. Now, the deck here is a space for a person to sleep. It can represent the place where your private life meets your public life. Okay. Now, wanting to cover the deck may suggest a desire for greater protection. Okay, you are already protected, but you are desiring for more or greater protection. Covering the deck may also suggest strengthening your boundaries. You are wise enough to handle situations and dramas or negativities. So this time, you are establishing a firm boundary. And it's like you already have firm boundary, but you are strengthening more your boundaries. Okay? And covering the deck may also suggest preparing for future challenges. Okay? It's like there was, since the team leader is calling everybody to clean, so it's more of renewal and restructuring. So at the same time, it may suggest preparing you for future challenges, since you are strengthening more regarding your boundary and protection. So it may serve as preparation for your future challenges. Okay, and covering the deck may also suggest creating a safer space before moving into a new season. Okay, remember that the year 2026 is the year of the fire horse, and the fire that implies the fire element, which is more concerned on passion, creativity, soul's mission, individuals' potentials, individuals' capabilities, and talents. Okay, now the horse is moving, always moving forward, which means the collective is no longer chasing for work just to survive and to fulfill the family and society's expectations. Rather, the collective, like you, is chasing for something that is essential, something that gives value to the world. You are chasing your passion. You are doing something that can fulfill your soul's mission. Okay, but before you do that, chasing your passion and fulfilling your soul's mission, is that you are in the stage where you are restructuring first, or preparing a safer place for you as your preparation for that new season. Okay, and that new season is more of chasing your passion rather than your profession. Okay, you're now more focused on doing something that can truly fulfill your soul's mission, and making yourself as God's avenue of his creativity. Okay, and the fourth thing is that the hammer and the nails. Okay, the hammer is the tool, the nails are the materials. Okay, these are especially meaningful because they are tools and materials for building something. Okay, a hammer often symbolizes action. Okay, because the hammer does not work without movement or action. Okay, the hammer also symbolizes determination. Okay, so it is not just action, but also an action with determination. And the hammer symbolizes the ability to put plans into practice. Okay, the ability. The hammer symbolizes the ability to put plans into practice. Okay, so generally it's more of movement, actions, making plans be realized, while the nail symbolizes building things together. Okay, the nail symbolizes stability. Just like the house will never be concretely built without the nails. Okay, that is why the nail symbolizes stability. The nails also symbolizes commitment. Okay, commitment is the key. The nails may also symbolizes permanence. Okay, it is the nail that connects all together the materials and making it durably built. Okay, so in Christian symbolism, the nails also naturally remind many people of Christ's crucifixions, representing sacrifice. Remember that love is sacrifice. Because God loves us, He sacrificed His only begotten Son, that whoever believes in Him will not perish but have eternal life. Okay, so the nail symbolizes sacrifice, redemption, and God's love. Okay, whether that association applies to my dream is something only you can prayerfully discern. Whether that association applies to my dream is something only you can prayerfully discern. Okay, now putting together the symbols, it implies you are in a season of clearing out your inner life, all of your old belongings, your old habits, old energies around you. You're clearing your personal space. Okay, this is the season for clearing out, for decluttering and cleaning. This is also the season for recognizing what needs your attention and building stronger protection and healthier boundaries. Okay, so even things that appear old or discarded may become useful in the next stage. What was useless to you before will become useless in the present. So pay attention to that. The search for a hammer and nails suggests you have the desire to build, but you're also looking for the right tools like wisdom or resources. The search for a hammer and nails suggests you have the desire to build, but you're also looking for the right tools, wisdom, or resources to complete what has been started. You have done something creative from the past and you postponed it because of the struggles that you've encountered at some point in the past, and now that the struggle is over, the universe is calling your attention to go back to your old task, continue doing it until it is finished. Okay, you have to finish what you have started. And so the theme of this dream is more of healing yourself from dramas or abuse from the past. And now is the season for rebuilding yourself, rebuilding and strengthening your boundaries. Eventually, this is also the season for preparing yourself for the next new chapter. Okay, it may be one invitation to let God guiding the rebuilding process, clearing away what no longer belongs, using even imperfect experiences for the good. I think you have a painful past experiences, but even that imperfect and painful experiences, you may use it for the good. So be thankful that you have that painful experience, because through that painful past experiences, you become stronger in the present. Okay, and this is also an invitation to let God guide you in the rebuilding process, which is establishing a firm foundation for what is ahead. Okay, this season is the season for rebuilding, renewal, restructuring, rebuilding, and reinforcing. Okay, now the rusty GI sheet may represent something that looks old, torn, overlooked, or imperfect, but still has its value. Okay, it could symbolize an experience or a skill or an opportunity or even a significant season of your life that can now serve a new purpose. Okay, just like what I've mentioned earlier, which is about the painful past. The painful past is no longer have the grip on to you because it is over, the past is over, but you may use it as a lesson for you to instill in your mind. Okay, so what is useless becomes useful. And it may also represent your joy of receiving it. Okay, receiving the GI sheet. It suggests gratitude and hope. Instead of focusing on its rust, you focused on what it could become and how it could help you. Okay, meaning you're no longer looking at the physical feature of something, rather you focus on the usability, the essence of that object to you. Okay, so purpose is more important than feature. Okay, purpose is more important than appearance. And looking for a hammer and nails in the dream is saying you have the material, now you need the tools to build it. Looking for a hammer and nails in the dream is saying you have the material, now you need the tools to build it. These tools might represent your wisdom, the lessons that you've learned from the past. It may also represent patience, practical skills, or supportive people who are truly willing to help you grow. And it may also represent faith. Okay, whatever you need to turn potential into something good, whatever you need to turn potential into something big. Okay, so in this dream, the Bible verse implied for you is that we have here, the stone the builders rejected has become the cornerstone. So the verse regarding this dream, the Bible verse which may relate to this dream, it implies that the stone the builders rejected has become the cornerstone. It is extracted from the book of Psalms, number 118, verse 22. Okay? The dream also reminds you of how God uses things that others overlooked. Something that appears rejected of little value can become important. Okay? Again, the dream also reminds you of how God uses things that others overlooked. Something that appears rejected or of little value can become important. Okay? So this is the season of renewal, restructuring, decluttering, fortifying, strengthening, and rebuilding. Okay, so it's like you are told to pay attention to something that appears useless for others, but it can be very useful to you. Okay, just look around you, pay attention to things around you. So be willing to receive help from people who has sincere intention to help you grow. Okay, that's what I see here. And what I like about you is that you are looking for practicality of something rather than appearance. Okay, it is good. So I hope you grasp something and it resonates to you. Pay attention to the details. So see you in the next episode, Love and Lights.